I don't know, I've always kind of like seen myself as an outsider. Like I've always been part of things, but at the same time, the way I think, has always been a little different. I'd sit there and I'd spend my time and I'd sit somewhere, find myself a spot and just scribble till my hands hurt. Just to like really take it in and spend time with these sort of things. And I want to do things like I fucking mean it, If you don't, then what the fuck are you doing? Growing up, I always jumped, constantly from like one thing to another, just whatever sparked the interest at that moment. And then as I got into school, I found something that I really dug, something that translated well from where I am. And then I had good teachers while I was there. They pushed me to like, all right, this is a great print, but your presentation is poor. You're not paying attention to this, this, and this. And that resonated with me. I wanted to be good at what I do. And if I'm good here, but I lack here, then how do I bring these together? Like, there's been a lot of dedication and a lot of harping, and a lot of people, constantly pushing me, and, me pushing myself. What used to be this just raw energy has now been like refined into, something very specific and something well done, and it feels like it's done. It doesn't feel like there's been something that's just been kind of forgotten, something just kind of slapped on at the end. That's really important, really diving into this one thing, getting comfortable there, and then kind of either growing from that original spot or, just kind of bringing a lot of things together in a way that works well. The work that I produced was much more about experimenting and kind of showing the testing, experimenting, the alchemy, breaking that line between the artist and the scientist and the person that discovered this, and the reason the things you do is because there was a scientist who tested everything, and this is what happens every single time. Art and science, once upon a time, they were best friends. And I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing myself to that sort of time to understand the world. Really. Just for myself, honestly. It's my fat stack of knowledge, dude. I'm leaving behind a library of me, I guess. You can cycle around through your head for so long, and it'll just stay there unless you take it out and put it and be able to like separate yourself from that thought, that idea, that thing. Being able to separate yourself from it and being able to walk away has been the most important. I think that's where the music comes from, just trying to like self-help in a way, just trying to do it in a really not destructive sort of way. The music itself, like the thing that I'm doing with the guitar is very simple. I'm not a great guitarist. Kind of combining the two has been where I'm like, okay, this is something that's working. I'm getting stressed out. It's a little too heavy. Like, unfortunately, a lot of my songs, they're all sad songs. All I write is sad songs. It's a therapy for me, it's these sort of getting rid of this sort of just whatever's stuck up here, and then being able to put it down and kind of like work through it. And gotta take a step back. The year that I wrote Stressed Out was the year Jess died. Just my little sister. She was 19. She intentionally overdosed. Jess was the one that turned me from a single child to an older brother. That same year, right before Christmas, my uncle passed. He got shot, unfortunately, and found out that my dad had cancer. and my aunt's house burned down that year. I just felt like I got hit by a train. I didn't know how to deal with these sort of things. You know, really, really traumatic sort of year. Just all of these things kind of hitting at once, you know. Stressed out was just exactly what it fucking sounds like. I just didn't know what to do with myself. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know how to deal with any of it. I'm still trying to keep my head up about it. And, you know, don't let all of these things happen and you just self-destruct. You know, find a better way than sitting at home and drinking a bottle of alcohol for numbing the pain and getting rid of. As one of the harder songs I've ever had to push out of my head. Also addressing the things that I'm not alone, you know. There's a lot of people that feel like I've felt before. It resonates, that sort of, you know, togetherness that, you know, as alone as I feel, like I'm not the only person that's ever felt this sort of way. There's never, you know, people have had too much on their plate before, and this is that song for myself and hopefully them too. You know, it's one of those things that helps me a lot when I get the chance to do it. When I get the chance to share those things with people. It's really important. It's about the words. It's about the emotion, the feeling that I felt, that I have the talent and ability to kind of express it in a way that I don't feel like, you know, everybody has the ability to or has a drive to do it, but that's been my go-to sort of way to do that. I've played songs at funerals for my family and my friends, and I can take that pain and I can turn that into something that, you know, can turn a few tears of pain into, yeah, he gets it too.